Hello lovely people, it's Cara here and I am so mad. Check out the venue I am in today. Yes, that's right, I am in France as we speak. I am in the Vendée on my hollybobs having a wonderful time, and I am absolutely delighted to say that I'm fully decked out in Maison Fauve today, and I'm bringing to you a small collection of the latest release of the Le Rivage collection from Maison Fauve. I am so lucky to be an ambassador. I am an ambassador for them. I've been an ambassador for about 2 years, I think, and I'm pretty sure there is no one, maybe in the world, who has made as many of the beautiful Maison Fauve clothes as I have. How lucky am I? I treasure the opportunity to experience these patterns. And if you're watching today thinking, oh, these look too complicated, or I'm never going to be able to sew that, yes, you can. I can promise you that the Maison Fauve style of patterns, sewing, sew-alongs, instructions, etc. have transformed my sewing ability. I can sew, that's true, but did I think I'd be able to make items like this? No, I didn't. Are any of the English designers doing anything like this? Maybe, but if they are, I haven't seen them. And the style of these clothes is just exquisite. It does absolutely suit my personal style, but it was a style I didn't have before I started wearing Maison Fauve, so I'm just truly honoured. And once again, Maison Fauve have provided me with the choice of patterns that I wanted, and several pieces of fabric, the first of which I'm wearing now. I have to say that all of these patterns are brand new. I'm here in France. I haven't even got a pen with me, so I couldn't have written down the names of the fabrics and some of the patterns and things. So there will be a lot of information that comes up on the screen here. And I haven't actually heard any of the names here being announced out loud, so I'm likely to say them wrong. I apologise in advance. But Le Rivage is another stunning collection. So in this collection, you've got 2 blouses, you've got a beautiful dress, a lovely coat, and a pair of trousers. I don't know how Emily does it. Emily is the owner and designer of Maison Fauve, and she is also very often, if not most often, the front woman in the beautiful photographs that you will see in the coming days and weeks over on Maison Fauve. Just dreamy, amazing. So I have chosen to make 2 of the blouses. I've made this one and a different one, and I've also made the trousers as well. So let me get into the detail of this beautiful blouse that I'm wearing. So I am wearing the Tempete Blouse, that's Tempete blouse, and it has this stunning cowl neck version on it here. I've opted to make the sleeveless version, but it also comes with some beautiful sleeves as well. And I will put the stock photo in here when it is released, because it isn't even released as I'm filming with you today. But I couldn't not bring such a blouse on holiday. I have made another version here. So this is the version I made first, so let me just take you through some of the detail. So you've got a beautiful cowl neck at the front here, which is just stunning, and it is made so the pattern piece incorporates the cowl neck, and you overlock the edge here and then make a simple hem at the top. On the back, you've actually got two facing pieces in the back of the neck of the blouse here. But what makes the detail, it's also got an invisible zip, which I'll come on to in a moment. And what makes the detail here is these beautiful pleats, which are sort of a signature theme of Maison Fauve. And you've got 3 pleats on the front and 3 pleats on the back, and they match identically on the shoulder seam, which is beautiful. And then on the back here, you've got an invisible zip, which I have to say, I did test to see whether you needed to have a visible zip. Yes, you do, because it's a beautifully close fitting but not uncomfortable blouse sort of neckline here. So yes, you've got an invisible zip. Now, the arms are actually finished with a really lovely facing piece, This is a remnant piece of fabric I had left over from Rainbow Fabrics, and I initially used this. I made this first, and I used the facing pieces that beautifully finish the armholes in the blouse. Sadly for me, this fabric, did not want to play ball with that, and in fact I ended up taking those out, and I have just finished it with a simple binding. And I confess I was short on time, so I've finished the edges of this blouse also with binding, but it does come with the most beautiful facing for the sleeves, which is super easy to use. In fact, it's probably simpler than doing a binding, if there's such a thing as possible. So I've got some loud vehicles behind me here somewhere. I just love this. As I say, it comes with a version for long sleeve too. This is an incredibly quick blouse to make. It comes with a full sew along, which is in French. Beautiful Emily has done the voiceover, and it is Emily sewing the blouse in the video. But you can put captions on and change that to English, so super simple. And lots of people ask me about the instructions for Maison Faux. The booklets are always beautiful, and you've got French on the left hand side and then English on the right hand side. Sometimes the interpretation of the wording is not like for like, so on some of these patterns it actually says stitch, and it does occasionally mean overlock, but I know you will understand that, and in the video, which you'll watch whilst you're sewing, it shows exactly the right instructions, if that makes sense. So there's nothing been done wrong, but interpretation, gosh, I don't speak any French whatsoever. But I just thought I'd mention that because it is how it is, and then actually, in fact, the illustrations in the book are exquisite, so you won't have any issues. But if you come across some words you weren't expecting to see, it's just a translation. Bang! I hope that makes sense. You've got a beautiful deep hem on the blouse as well. I'm trying to think if I shortened mine. I do quite often shorten the blouses. They are actually drafted for someone of my height. I'm about 5'6", yeah, about 5'5", 5'6", something like that. But I do like a shorter style blouse. So if I stand up, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm wearing it with the latest free pattern from Maison Faux, which I know you've seen before. So it's a bit creased because I've been wearing it today. And you'll see here that this sits. So if this was with jeans, that would be a really nice mid-hip, but because I've got the detail on the skirt here, I tend to tuck it up. Now this viscose that I'm wearing here is part of their latest release. I don't have the name of it, unfortunately, at the moment, but when I've edited this, I'll add on the name here. This is an exquisite fabric. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got these sort of reds and, yeah, sort of, well, various shades of red, basically, or should I say rouge, and I just love it. Just divine to work with, divine to wear, amazing. Let me talk to you again about the next blouse, but please do check out the pattern here, because this Tempete Blouse, the sleeves on this are exquisite too, and I cannot wait to make a winter version. Actually, I'm going to show you the trousers next, because I think you can see those in the photos. And the easiest way for me to show you the stunning details on these Recif trousers, that's R-E-C-I-F, is without me wearing them, because the details here are just exquisite, and I was worried that they'd be lost in the photos, which I hope you can see. So this is the Recif trousers, and they're described as a sort of sailor style trouser. So they are, for the version I've made, they come to about my ankle length, and has an amazing detail on the hemline, which I'm looking forward to seeing the sew along for, because I've just used the instructions, as I'm ahead of the curve in making these. I have a beautiful way of hemming them so that you get a beautiful hem without seeing stitching. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'll show you that in a second. But yes, so these are the Recif trousers, and they've got an invisible zip at the side. There we go, just there. And I did have a black pull, that's why that's showing there. But look at these, look at the detail on this trouser. This is a facing piece that you obviously sew on as part of the trousers, just creates this absolutely stunning look. Just love this. This fabric is their Gaberdine twill. It's absolutely amazing, beautiful biscuit colour. And then on the back here, you've got these wonderful patch pockets. There we go, 2 of those. And you've got several darts there, so you've got 4 darts. So the opportunity for fitting here is really good. And then you've got a waistband at the top with obviously the belt loops and so on as well. I just love these trousers. I genuinely cannot wait to make more. And I know I've been mentioning them, sort of mentioning them several times with several choices of fabric that I've got, that I've recently purchased, because they are actually super simple to make. Because you've got no fly construction, it's an invisible zip construction. Now let me just come back to the zip a moment, because Emily did kindly provide me with a beige zip, because they do matching zips, matching buttons for all of their fabrics. But I discovered that me and side zips, we don't get on, it's true. But I found that I could purchase a stronger side zip from I don't know, some sort of zip manufacturer, but they only did them in black, so it's actually got bigger teeth on this side zip than normal, because for me, unfortunately, side zips do just tend to break. So I've put a more robust side zip into this, and it did take me a few goes to get this so that it was invisible, but in the end I just trusted the invisible zip foot. Now I was told by the manufacturer that their standard zip foot wouldn't fit this zip, so that I didn't use it initially, but then actually after a few attempts at a standard zip foot, I actually changed back to the invisible zip foot, and as you can see, it is invisible, so I was really pleased with that in the end. But these trousers, just beautiful. And then you've got this hem at the bottom that is actually created with several folds, so that then you end up with this lovely pleat detail. It's not a pleat, sort of a turn-up detail at the bottom. I'm not sure that I've done it as per the instructions, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing the sew along for this. But that's what I love about all these sewing patterns. There's always something new to learn, and you do end up with this sort of a pleat detail. I don't think I've done that correctly, but I'm finished with the outcome, is all I can say. Just being honest with you. But oh, just look at that. How lovely is that? So you do that. It's a standard pocket piece. So you've got a facing and you've got a pocket bag, and then you've got these additional this additional piece here, which you sew to the inside and then flip to the outside, and you've already created a hem on this part, and then you sew it down. Just how exquisite is that? Oh, I genuinely, and I will obviously put some photos in here of me wearing these. Just love them, and this fabric is dreamy. Really nice trouser weight fabric. One more thing to show you that I've made, and then I can talk you through the others just from what I know about them. Back in a second. So here we are, and this is the Deferlante Blouse. This blouse has so many different options, but I have to confess that I need to sack myself, because I've just put this blouse on and a button's fallen off. I mean, honestly, you just can't get the staff, can you? Just keeping it real, here I am in France. I don't have a sewing needle with me today, so I can't pop this back on. Totally my fault, but there you go. Just such was my enthusiasm. This blouse has the most amazing detail on here, and so many different options. So you've got this beautiful square neckline here, and I've made this version out of their stunning red lace. I'm going to come up in a closer a little bit so that you can see the detail. And on this option, I've chosen to do the button placket down the front. You've got the most amazing sleeves with this cuff detail that is on the front of your wrist. So it's not traditionally where it would be. Look at that. It actually creates this sort of split on the wrist. I wish I could show you that better. There might be some stock photos by the time that I've edited this, and I can add those in from the stock photos. But you could make this blouse with no front placket. You could put the button placket on the back. You could make it with no button placket on the front or the back. but all of the blouses have these beautiful details here. Look at this beautiful seam lines here. So you've got 3 pleats that are slightly offset from the centre, and you've got this wonderful yoke piece here that creates the shoulder, and that's obviously over the front and the back. Let me just turn around to show you the back. I hope you can see that okay. It's beautiful. And when I said at the beginning of the video that if you're watching this now thinking, oh, there's no way I can make something like this, yes you can. It's made in stages. So you do the pleats on the front first, you then create this wonderful yoke at the back. It's such a clever construction because then you've got a clean finish on, you actually basically, it's a sort of triangular piece, and you put them right sides together and sew down this long side. So yeah, right sides together, and then you turn it in on itself, so then you've got this finished edge here, and then there's facing pieces that go across the top here, and then in a standard way you would fold the front piece here to create a button placket. It's very, very easy to do. Just do it in stages. I just love it, and I hope it's coming across on the video here, just the beautiful details in it. Endless options available. Let me come back in and show you this beautiful cuff detail, and you've got in fear of losing another button, which is only my sewing, nothing to do with the pattern. You've got an actual buttonhole here, and there's this, I hope you can see it, there's a sort of a tab here that sits so that you can make that buttonhole, and then this sits so that it's open like that. It is just exquisite. Look at this fabric. Yeah, you'll recognise this fabric because I made the Bellini blouse, which is a very firm favourite of mine, in the cream version or ecru version of this. Look at the detail, it is stunning. And then I left the bottom edge here. I actually left it so that I could cut the scallops out. So you can see it's actually it's a really pretty shell detail edge there. Oh my word, it's just beautiful, and I've worn it, as you can see, because the buttons come. I've worn it all the time. I do tend to push my sleeves up because that's just how I am. I made a size 42 in the blouse, and it's absolutely lovely. Sorry, you can see I've got no button there, so I can't move about too much. It's absolutely beautiful fit, and people ask me all the time, what's the sizing like on Maison Faux? I would say they are true to size, so there isn't a lot of ease in many of the items that I make. I think if I was going to make the trousers again, the Recif trousers, I would size up a size, and that's mostly because of the fabric. The beautiful twill is actually quite stable, and I think in order to give me a slightly more room, I would have actually sized up on those, which I'm going to make another pair without question. So that's very exciting. Also in the range there is a beautiful coat. Now let me put the stock photo and the name across here. This coat, again, is absolutely exquisite, and I don't know where Emily gets the designs from, or creates her designs from, because I've not seen a coat like this anywhere. Look at this coat, it is dreamy. And then there's also a stunning dress. If I had an occasion to wear a dress like this, I would. It's actually a very wearable daytime dress, but let me put that in here. Also again with the name across the front here. So just absolutely dreamy. Wow. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my collection of the new Maison Faux products. Please do head on over to their website. I am an ambassador, it's not an affiliate link or anything, but I just wanted to share with you my utter delight at these beautiful, beautiful items. And throughout the video, I guess I will have sporadically popped photos of me. And actually I'm standing just here, as you can tell, such is my excitement to bring them to you. So I hope you are having a good week, whatever you're up to. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell me where you are in the world. And also, can I just impart here? So I've been filming ahead, as you know, for various reasons. Can I just say a massive thank you to everybody for all the love and good wishes that you're sharing for my weeks ahead, and I really, really appreciate every comment that everybody has made, and some really, really reassuring thoughts there. So thank you very much, everybody. So until next time, take care. See you soon. Bye bye.